And here we go.
And here we go.
So like I was saying, I think everybody probably universally agrees that Ben Affleck is, of Justice League, Batman is the best Batman. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, Ben Affleck, yeah. Those DC Batmans were really good. They were really good,
so, yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
enough of that. Anyway, moving on, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. Heath Ledger was overrated, in my opinion. His performance wasn't even that good. So,
Right. Yeah. I mean, no one really even talks about it anymore. That's kind of how you know if someone was like a legend. Like if like 10 or whatever it's been, 14, 16 years down the road, if people are still talking about the performance or not. And I don't really know many people who ever mention it, but
no, people only talk about it actually because he's dead. It's like one of those.
Yeah. See, that's the whole thing with him. Like if he didn't die, like if it didn't,
they wouldn't even be that good at films, honestly.
Yeah, no one would even be talking about The Dark Knight.
Yeah, I agree.
So, who directed that, by the way?
James Blunt.
James Blunt, like the singer?
Yeah, the singer.
She could see from my face that I was.
A psych.
Psych. Freaking that song's jokes. We gotta play that.
Yeah, we really do.
If we didn't get copyrighted.
I would pay to hear Jake cover that song, actually.
He was like meant to sing that one.
She could see from my face that I was.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, dude.
So jumping right into it. Yeah.
Anyways, jumping right in.
So, welcome back, guys. Episode number 19. I know, like, I just have, if you have like any,
don't say it.
So, so Josh finally made some time to record.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, if you guys didn't catch it, Cameron is now unemployed, and so the only thing he is attempting to do is film the podcast at 2 p.m. in the middle of the day. So
I am actually on vacation. So if that means unemployed, then so be it. I guess I'm unemployed for the week.
Yeah.
That's how it works, right? Anytime your company gives you PTO, then you're actually just fired for a week.
Yeah,
you're just employed for a week. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, did you want to ask like about my vacation or anything?
Not particularly, no.
Like waiting for you to be like, just catch up. Like, so how's the vacation?
So how's vacation? Yeah. So where are you right now? What state, city, time zone?
Yeah, so I'm in Seoul, South Korea.
Don't care.
I'm in Seoul. So
that's cool.
A lot of emergencies going on out there.
There's a lot of violence here. Yeah.
A lot of violence in the city of Denver, huh?
That's right.
So you still living out there, Denver?
Yeah, I'm still in the U.S.
Still in
the U.S. Yeah. So where are you actually?
St. Simon's Island, Georgia. So that is a
Who the frick
place.
is Simon?
Beats. He's a saint. Is what he is. So unlike you, he's a saint. Do you think you would anybody would ever like maybe like around the age of like if you went like around the age of like 60, 70, do you think you would qualify to be called a saint? Do you think people might start calling you Saint Josh?
Yeah. Saint Kosh? Saint Walter? Nah, I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say...
What?
I mean, probably not. But, yeah, what qualifies as saint? What makes you a saint? Good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cool. Sweet.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm out here on a family vacation. You guys, if you guys know me, I'm not much of a family guy, but had to go at least put my time in with the fam this week on a vacation. Show my face, let them know, like, hey, I still, like, care about you guys or whatever. So, I'm just putting in my time right now. But they know that.
Yeah.
They kind of get it. So
That's interesting. I actually heard one of your family members wasn't a viewer of the podcast. That was interesting to me.
yeah, I was actually very disappointed to hear that. Shout out to. I'm not gonna shout her out. Frick her.
No, don't shout out.
Get no
anybody.
shout out. Yeah, but she did take some pretty sick pics of me the other day, but I didn't share that in the pod. That was just for my music shoes. So
Yeah, don't bring that up ever again.
do we want to like go through all those pictures on the pod right now for our audience to see?
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, probably not.
yeah. But yeah, I was
Cool.
gonna say
What is
something,
your financial independence number by chance? Do you know that?
I have no idea.
Good.
But that apparently it's Wealth.io is just made some strides in the like literally last 24 hours. Pretty big
Really?
ones.
Like
So
100
shout
meter
out-
strides or?
Yeah. Actually, 150 meter. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
Wow.
shout out to Jonathan Michael, I believe his
Yes.
name is.
Is he related to Vivek by chance?
He.
Should we talk about the Communist Directive of 1943?
Do you want to go
That's-
ahead and talk about that?
That's from our Instagram, so it's the only reason I brought it up.
Oh, is that what it's called? The
Yeah.
Communist Direct?
Yeah.
Is that what Adam Driver was talking about?
Nazi fascist stuff? Yeah. Oh, no. That's different.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, what's up, guys? So, yeah, I am on the road right now. Actually, like I said, in St. Simon, so I don't have the best setup tonight. Just kind of in my room. So no, can't hold the mic tonight. So I apologize if like this episode gets super like whack because of that. But anyway, yeah, I'm on vacation. But
Yeah, it's exciting shiz right there. Speaking of Batman Day was September 16th.
oh
They
yeah, I heard
brought
about this. What
the
was
Dark
this?
Knight trilogy back to theaters.
Dude, I missed it.
Completely missed that.
And that's a movie you should definitely. I would definitely want to see in theaters again.
100%. Yes.
Dude, that brings up a point I was thinking about
So-
recently with the whole Oppenheimer release and how Nolan was talking about like how like here's the best seat and where to sit in the IMAX specifically, and like in like obviously they put so much effort into like the sound quality and the audio, the mixing to make it like pristine audio, everything about it. And it made me think, I was like, I feel like I've always like really loved going to movie theaters specifically to see movies, but then I was like, but Christopher Nolan made me think of it after like all he talked about Oppenheimer. I was like, oh, like there's really truly like a way better experience seeing a movie in a theater, and it's like how you're supposed to see it, and or at least especially for Nolan movies, but in a lot of movies anyway. I'm like, it is pretty crazy. Like you only get for a movie in its lifetime, like or ever, like when a movie comes out, you only get one chance in all of time usually to experience that in theaters. So I was like, I feel like there should be like some kind of like a service, something you can purchase to where you could actually like watch a movie of your choice in a theater. Like I feel like instead of just and then not cost a crap ton of money. I don't know how, but
Yeah.
the fact that you have no freedom to watch a movie in the theater ever again unless the studio decides to put it back is crazy, kind of.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. They did that during COVID. So when COVID was like at its peak, I remember, I forget at what stage of COVID it was, but because all the movie theaters basically were going out of business, AMC, I remember, rolled a deal out where they were like, you can rent a theater out for like $40 or something like absurdly cheap to like watch a movie of your choice. I don't know how they set that up, but they were like, get a group of people, you guys can all spread out like in your own theater and you can just watch a movie. Just they were trying to drum up sales somehow. And did you just manufacture the sun in your room, or what just happened?
Yeah, this actually looks way better, right?
Not really.
I mean, at least it's not like there's not shadow on my face. This is not really as much.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
I mean, I could adjust. This is literally
No,
a lamp
keep
I'm
it, dude.
messing with.
No, keep it. Yeah, it kind of looks like you're freaking Matthew McConaughey about to land on the freaking Miller's Planet. But yeah,
Sorry.
maybe when there's like a slow theater rollout, they should bring that shiz back. Maybe on the weeknights. Probably make more money getting a group of people in there buying concessions. They do show in a theater of like Barbie in the Tuesday night 3 weeks after it released kind of thing.
Yeah, you could do like if I was like a local theater or something, I would just start doing like every weekend you can have like the community can like I'll put like a bunch of movies up, and people can vote on which movies they want, and then whichever one wins gets the theater. Actually, you could play movies all day though. That's the thing. So I could do multiple movies.
Yeah,
In
maybe
one,
we should
like,
buy a
there's just
theater.
like there's just one theater. There's just like one like screen that plays just movies people's choice all day.
Should we buy a theater?
I feel like this idea we could just sell this to the theaters.
That's true.
We could like we could like copyright this now, and then be like, hey theaters, if you want this idea, you got to buy it from us. That'd probably be the smarter route because I don't want to manage a freaking movie theater. Or do I? I don't, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe you don't. Maybe you do. Maybe that's your
If
life calling.
If Christopher Nolan is personally going to hand deliver his IMAX film when I'm there, then maybe I would. But
Speaking of that stupid Instagram reel of that dude that got like the tour
we never talked about
of,
this, did we?
I don't think we did. He got like the
No.
tour of the Oppenheimer like IMAX reel getting delivered into theaters or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did this freaking dork get this like honor basically?
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, yeah, I don't know who he is. He was just kind of a rando, to be honest. And I was like, yeah, dude. Like, are you even a Nolan fan, bruh? Like,
Yeah.
should we hit him up? Maybe we have him on the pod.
We should,
be like,
yeah.
What was it like?
You see all this Roman Empire BS? We haven't
I
talked
mean,
about that, but
Dude, that's weird. I think I know what you're talking about. Like, just go ahead and say what it is.
so there's a whole trend going around. It's mostly, I think it started on TikTok, but it's women texting their boyfriends or asking their boyfriends or husbands, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? And there's like a variety of responses. You get some that are like once a day, couple times a week, once a week, once a month, couple times a year. There's like the
Wait, men asking their wives this?
microphone.
Husbands asking their wives this, or the other way around? What?
No, other way around. It's like women asking like their boyfriends or their husbands, like, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? And it's like a whole trend now. And it's like the summary is like, well, before we even conclude it, what do you? How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Okay, so this is I'll answer that. So I saw one clip of this on Instagram of like it was like a woman asking this older man, it looked like something about that, and he gave a whole spiel about it. If you remember our last episode, I literally compared our friend group to the Roman Empire.
You did. I literally that's crazy.
Weird how all this works. I
Yeah.
don't know, but so I personally, I kind of assumed I might be like, I don't know, I was classically educated, and whatever, so I might be like an anomaly a bit here, but not anomaly, whatever the word is. But yeah, I think about the Roman Empire often, actually.
Yes. Yeah, same. Yeah.
Like, I mean, probably, I don't know if I really want to think about it. Maybe, I mean, probably more recently, maybe once a week or multiple times a week. But it's like just for a short bit. But like, why? Like, go ahead. I mean, continue.
Well, so that is what the summary of this, like the outcome of all this, is basically been most guys say they think about it an overwhelming amount of time.
That's
compared to like anybody.
What?
So it's like for most people, for most guys that I've seen clips of, it's like a couple times a week, couple times a month, typically. And it's like that's the same for me. For me, it's probably a couple times a month, where it's like it's mostly with like technology that I do it. So if I see like a gutter or something, it's like, oh, like aqueduct kind of a thing. Like the Roman Empire, that's how they like that's where they created that. That's how they transported water like a significant amount of way. That's how they like basically built modern day plumbing. And so people have like all this variety of opinions. If you read the Bible, it's a pretty obvious thing to think about. So for some people, it's totally different. They think about it when they like watch the MMA about like gladiators and like fighting.
Okay, so it's coming
like,
in all different avenues.
Yeah,
multifaceted.
But
I guess.
But most guys say they think about it fairly often, which is like the conclusion of the trend.
Has there been a observation or a study on like the other side of things, like women? Like, have they been asked?
I don't think so. I think for most women, they don't think about it at all.
Yeah. So I think
And so-
I would imagine not. And I think about it. So you said with technology? Is where
My
you think
angle
about
is
it?
like the technology side of things. Yeah.
Like the like advancing technology, advancing society with technology, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. And like seeing what the Roman Empire kind of did, and like what?
Yeah, for me, like my overwhelming one, which is kind of weird, is like the aqueduct. I think that's like the craziest thing. And so like I just think about that when I see water moving in like a weird way. That I always think about that, because you know what the aqueduct was? It was like how they basically moved water like across a valley into like basically to the other side of a valley. They would basically create a bridge, sort of like, it looks like a footbridge almost, where water basically flows across. We could almost pull up a photo of it, but that's what I think about. Like that's my reaction to it.
You can pull up a photo if you want. I mean, I am classically educated, so I definitely know what an aqueduct is.
Do you? Interesting.
We study the Roman Empire in depth, so yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I've been to Roman shows.
You only know about that if you're classically educated. Otherwise, you would.
So yeah, I think about the Roman Empire in different ways, I guess. I think about it oftentimes, especially in today's day and age, I guess. Like especially with like I look at, because I guess and maybe this is, I don't know if it's just a male thing necessarily, but like you when you're growing up, you're a kid, you're just thinking like, oh, if you live in the US, I guess like us, we live in the US.
Yeah, both of us do. Yeah.
But like you're just like, yeah, I live in the US, like it's great here, whatever. I don't know. But you're not really thinking like, oh, like empires or nations like throughout history fall. They've all fallen at a certain point. And so like I feel like as I've gotten older, I've started to like come with a perspective of like, oh, like yeah, the Roman Empire. Anytime I think of like and the greatest empire of all time, it's the Roman Empire. Maybe, I don't even know if that's debatably. I don't know if people debate that really. I think that everybody would agree. The Roman Empire was the longest lasting empire, right? So, and like they still fell, and so I'm like, and I guess more in my adult life, I've thought about like, yeah, like I guess the U.S. could fall. Like that's always happened in history. So I guess, is it the inevitable? And I thought about that. So I've always thought about the Roman Empire because of that reason, in the chaos of, this modern day and age.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's another. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I was moving on.
I was gonna say that's why the other piece of it is people. Some of the responses I've seen has been people saying, "Oh yeah, I think about the Roman Empire often because that's kind of like what we're in right now." Where some people kind of view 2023 America as like almost
approaching the
fall, approaching like the fall of the U.S. empire, so to speak. So
right,
yeah,
and which could be the case. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm like, what,
dude? Can we talk about how Full Send is on an absolute heater with their podcast recently?
Well, hold on. I didn't want to move on from the Roman Empire yet. I also
said you were done. All right, go back. Go ahead.
No, on that
Rome.
Sorry, on that certain like avenue of thinking about the Roman Empire. I was gonna tell you the other ones, which are, I would say, freaking Gladiator, the movie.
Yep.
I feel like that's like every dude has seen that. And I'm not literally, but like I honestly might argue a majority of men in America have seen that movie.
Yeah,
like,
I'd be really curious on the stat. What percentage of men in the U.S. have seen Gladiator?
For real. Like, I even saw a meme the other day. I wish I would have saved it. Maybe I did. I don't know. But it was literally of like when something about like when a girl says like, oh, like, I don't know, like, oh, like girls have like The Notebook and like, or like Titanic, like, and that's like, we love that, and that's like because it's so like emotional or whatever, and like guys just don't have anything like that, or whatever. Or no, it showed the scene. It showed the scene of Leonardo DiCaprio in the water and like what's her name on the Kate Winslet on the board thing at the end, obviously, and like. And it said, like, it's like, this is what girls think of when, like, I don't know, they think of, like, the most emotional scene in movies. What do guys don't have that. And then it shows, like, the response from guys, and it's literally the image of, a screenshot from Gladiator of the scene of Maximus standing in, like, see that flashback that keeps coming up of him standing in, like, the field looking at his house way far in the distance.
Yeah.
And this one is, like, the afterlife image or whatever. And anyway, and what song is playing right there and then, Now We Are Free.
Yep.
You know, it's like, yeah, I was like, oh, that's a solid meme. That's good. That's
Yeah.
facts, actually. That is facts. That's what that is like. This is what dudes think of if they want to think of like the most emotional scene in like a movie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's what is the name of that trend? I know what you're talking about. People keep referencing, oh, women have the something moment, or like women have the this is my something moment. Let me see if I can find it.
I want to look at that too. Yeah. Yeah, audience needs to see this at least. Here we go. This is what I saw. Frick. Come on.
Oh, nice.
There we go. Okay, yeah. OMG, I'm gonna cry. Titanic's so emotional, boys. Men, not that emotional. Girls, I bet you don't even know what is emotion. Oh, there, yeah. Boys, and then there's that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This, everybody knows that. Anyway.
Anyways.
Did you find something?
No, I didn't. I was trying to figure it out. There's some trend going on. I'll probably figure it out after this, but yeah.
Roman Empire, though. That's good stuff. Good.
It's good shiz.
Good bring up.
Yeah. Yes. I did bring up.
That was, dude, solid bring up today on tonight's episode. Dude. That was a great bring up, dude. Like, what do you call that? Great topic, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I like bring up.
Yo, dude, earlier that was a sick bring up.
Instead of thanks for bringing that up. Yeah. You're sick bring up, dude. Just like right on the spot, dude. That bring up was right on. Hits. That was gas. When
That was
the
gas.
world is mid, you are gas. You are gas. You hit different. Yes, you smack. Yes, you smack. Been jamming to that recently.
Yeah.
Did you have something you were gonna show or nah, or what is that?
No, I forgot.
Oh. Have you looked at the notes from like the last few days? Probably not.
No. Did you add to the? Do you add to it?
Okay. There's. Oh man, I'm gonna bring it up because this is our podcast, and I don't really think like this is too far because it's whatever. So look at the bottom. Just look at that and see what you think. How you interpret
The
that?
video?
I'm actually curious.
The video?
No,
or
not the one right above that. Just the note. I'm curious what you would say to that.
What?
How would you interpret what I wrote? It was just like chicken scratch, basically.
Hang on. Oh, okay. So I would interpret this as you go to a haunted house, and instead of like ghosts, it's just two divorced parents fighting, and like domestic abuse.
That's just those are So those are just examples of what that might look like. So I had this idea. I'm walking with my family, and we're walking to like get ice cream one night, one evening, and one night, and walking by all these cool houses here in St. Simons, and we see one, and I was like, oh, like their light outside is like flickering, not intentionally, it's just flickering, and I was like, oh, it looks like a haunted house entrance or something. I'm like, oh, like, and then I was like, yo, what if there's like this new idea for like scary trails like people do and around this time of year in October, and instead of like it being like legitimately like scary looking people and whatever, like I don't know, zombies and skeletons and nasty gory people, whatever, getting tortured in these scary trails as they usually go, what if it was like you actually go into like a normal looking suburban house, all the lights are on, pretty like normal, you know, just and then you just like you just walk through this house, and it's like every you kind of are walking through scenes, I guess. And it's like you walk into like one part where you just hear behind the door like fighting, like the dad and like mom are like just like fighting each other, and then another you walk further down, and then you like this is so freaking stupid. This is so dumb. I'm just gonna stop.
People would actually leave legitimately traumatized from the haunted
because
house
this
like
is
that.
actual real trauma that
it's
people
real.
have gone through.
Yeah,
People
it's like the
"Yo."
chainsaw. Nobody has a dude running through their house with a chainsaw. It's like
Yeah, no one's ever
people
gone through
leave.
that.
They're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
People are crying, and it's like, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Like, oh my god,
Dude, speaking of haunted houses, I don't know how much of this we can keep in, but have you seen any of the I Think You Should Leave on Netflix? That show?
No.
You know the memes from it. It's that dude going, "You sure about that? You sure about that?" That dude, have you seen that?
I don't think so. Maybe.
All right, just
Does anyone know what Josh is talking about right now?
yes, everybody knows the meme I'm referencing.
I know I know the
You
show.
sure about that?
I mean,
You
then
sure
I
about
probably
that?
do. I guess.
Oh, I have one from our Instagram.
Oh,
That-
okay.
Official in influence.
I was
thing
just
that
about to. I was about to do that. Yeah. Yeah. Did you watch that?
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta pull it. I gotta pull it up, obviously.
Yeah.
When starting out, if you want to get your name out there, get a little bit of attention, there's so many great companies out there. I would say the best one that I've been in contact with that I know personally, I would say in influence. I would say that they're the best doing it right now, to be honest with you.
If I was just now starting out on social media, I'd probably get into an influence. It's a great way to get your stuff flowing and just get a good base set so you can build your audience and your other pages with it.
If you guys are looking to just start out, a great company out there is In Influence.
There's so much there. So
There's
much is
so much
happening.
there.
I
The
just love the dude at
first-
the end. It's literally, if you look at him, he literally goes, "Yeah, Influence is a great company," and then you see his eyes immediately go, like checking, like checking with the person behind the camera. I was like, "Was that good?" They didn't even
What's
cut there. They could have just cut that out.
Yeah. Dude, what's funny is all of these dudes. The only reason I know this
Right.
is because I was on TikTok for a long time. I'm actually not on TikTok anymore.
Well, I know these
But
guys too.
all of them run in the same friend group.
Yeah, I know. They're all the Hype House boys.
So clearly, whoever started this company, brand, whatever, is either one of them or like one of their friends, and they're
Exactly.
just like, we can just pull all three of our boys and we put them in there.
Yeah, it's either
First-
they're all three of their
yeah.
company or they're friends. Right.
Yeah. Also, In Influence is probably one of the worst names I've ever heard.
Yeah, you can't even say that.
In-
Influence.
In Influence. In Influence.
In influence. In influence. It just sounds like influence if you say it. In influence.
Yeah. It's
What
funny.
is
I
weird-
looked at the website and I like scrolled through it, and like on there's like testimonials from other creators, and they're like, it's super legit, no fake followers or bots. I'm like, you have to call out no fake followers in there
Yeah,
for
but like,
growing your. It's like
that. I mean, that ad alone, I don't even know what they're even selling. Like, I can assume because I guess I'm somewhat intelligent what it is, but like, I don't even know. I don't get anything from that ad. Like, what is? First of all, I mean, we can break it down. Taylor Holder immediately. Yeah, there's a lot of great companies out there. What companies? Like just companies in
Yeah.
general? Like just I mean, Tesla's a good company. McDonald's I think is great. Chick-fil-A's awesome. Yeah, great companies. Just companies are great. Like that's like what? It doesn't even just say what kind of company. Like influencing companies, whatever you'd call these. And then he just goes, "There's a lot of great companies out there, but In Influence is really they're my favorite or something." Whatever he said.
yeah,
Because he used that
That-
to get to where he is.
yeah, that's right. He used In Influence to grow his following. Dude.
Right.
Also, that dude, that's a giant red flag. Just anything with him. He has so much controversy about him. He I don't know if you've paid attention to any of it, but he had like all these allegations against him of like sexual assault or like all this harassment. I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff. And then apparently he was like he was sending like not NDAs. He was sending like cease and desist letters to like all the people that were speaking about him, and he was like threatening to sue them if they like brought it up. So there was like all this weird stuff. And then he like dropped off the face of the planet, and then he became a country singer
What?
recently, and now he's a country singer because why not? Just
Didn't know this.
switch industries. I will give it to him. It's the most cliche music of all time. He has one song that I'm like, this is actually kind of good, kind of catchy. It is to a dime the most. If you were to chat GPT like classic, or not classic, like typical pop country lyrics, the entire song would just get spit out. So like you listen to the song and you're like, everything about this song is exactly what I would expect somebody who's just trying to ride a pop country trend. But yeah, but anyways, he just decided to randomly become a country singer.
I had no idea. Wow.
So
Well, good for
Taylor
him.
Holder, ladies and gentlemen, really great guy.
Yeah, all three of these guys. Yeah. Huh. I had no idea about the Taylor stuff, but yeah, I mean, yeah. Like also, we also to mention with this ad is like, what's going on here? Why are you like just in what world are you in so they're in a nice studio. It looks like nice backdrop, good setup. Like, what are you doing there? So like, what's happening? If like, because it looks to me like, oh, they're in some interview and someone's just asking them like, you know, it's not an influence interview. It's just like, because he just says, oh, great companies out there, and there must be talking about like just influence companies in general. So it's not, you know, influence definitely didn't film this because they're just talking about good influencing companies. And so he's just so like, what? I'm just trying to figure out what world is this like where you. I don't know. Just the dynamic is so stupid because we know it's an influence video. They made this video, whoever that is, but they're just treating it like, oh yeah, Taylor Holder was at some interview talking about his career and he just talks about an influence or whatever, like trying to make it come across that way. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they're trying to do here because everything just nothing adds up. Nothing makes sense here. I don't know.
It's like they're just selling a click farm or something. It's like, because that's all
they're not even trying.
The whole company's purpose is to like grow your following. What does that mean?
Yeah, you know, what does that mean?
What does that mean? Grow your following just purely to get more Instagram followers? So are they just doing like, are they consulting? Are they
he did say something about content. He did say something about content.
Giving
get your content
you more
going, I guess.
stuff.
So it is. So, I guess it is for content creators, whatever that means.
Yeah.
It's such a loose term, obviously today.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks they're a content creator today, so I guess everybody wants that.
If I pay for an influence, what am I getting? You know,
I don't know what it is.
What are they doing?
I don't know. All I saw in that video was you schedule a consultation. That's all I saw.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what they do.
Buy my course. It's
just it's all. Dude, it's crazy. Like that's all people do. They get just a little bit of success, have some success, get some fame, and then like especially an influencer like these guys on TikTok. It's like, okay, you're famous now for these little videos of you doing like looking hot and whatever. They're not that creative or anything like that. And like, okay, now what? And so now it's like, okay, well now I'm at a point in my career where I got here because like, yeah, I looked hot and whatever, and it's not like you just made some Grammy nominated album or like starred in like a huge movie that was critically acclaimed where you have a huge career now from it. It's like, okay, what do I do now? I'm just a TikTok star. So then it's like, okay, now let me peddle stuff like this, get people to sign up for a course because I'm an expert now. I have credibility. So just use your credibility to just go peddle stuff to people that who want to be like you. That's all it is.
TikTok doesn't pay anything.
Right,
TikTok
exactly.
pays like like Charlie D'Amelio, or she's probably a bad example, but like take a TikTok person with like 1 million followers, they're making like $2,000 a month, maybe.
$2,000 a month?
Pennies. Like pennies compared to like the hundreds of thousands you can get on YouTube or all these other things. That's why all the successful ones either push people over to their Instagram or their YouTube pages. Like Bryce Hall, like immediately as soon as he got big on YouTube or on TikTok, he was like, follow my YouTube. I'm not really going to post here anymore. Like go to my YouTube channel. And that's where he makes all his money now, is YouTube. Right. And it's like, those are the actual smart creators that are like, we know the money is not going to happen on this app, you know?
Right.
So,
right. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, go check out In Influence. Use our code TCP for 15% off your first month of In Influence.
Yeah. Actually, it'll just make it more expensive for you. Just
It'll actually charge you more. And then we get the cut of what you pay.
But we're trying to help you because we're trying to discourage you from wasting your money on this kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Because we know a lot of our listeners are like up and coming or like want to be influencers.
Like ourselves.
Like ourselves. Well, we already are, but we already made it. Aha. I was gonna say something about Charlie D'Amelio. Like she's like, she's a bad example because like she's got Mark D'Amelio. she's got Mark running the business and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Mark. I'm Mark. It is Mark D'Amelio, right?
Yeah, Mark. Yeah.
Yo, I'm Dixie and I'm Charlie and Dixie
Charlie,
D'Amelio's
Dixie's
father.
Father.
I'm Mark D'Amelio.
To all you boys calling the house, you're welcome.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's
Freaking weirdo.
Oh, that's good stuff, dude. I wonder how he's doing these days.
Yeah, I wonder what Mark's up to. Maybe we should check out his Instagram.
Yeah, we should. We could. Okay, so speaking of, before we move on, because I have to show this is like right on, coincides with what we were just saying.
I searched Mark D, and the two top results: Mark Driscoll, Mark D'Amelio.
No
Two
way.
polar opposites. Yeah.
He's that well. Good for him. He's actually that big, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, here, watch this. It's silent, by the way.
Okay, I was gonna ask that.
Wait. I'll let it play through, I guess.
Oh my gosh. Should we
Awesome
voice over
song.
this?
Yeah. So I was gonna do that. So we'll break it down. Now you've seen it at least. But
Yeah.
so this is an app I downloaded recently because I got an ad for it. It's called Riz, and it's literally an AI app for like flirting with people online, I guess, like in the DMs or texting. So you basically they can if they say something to you, or maybe you just want to know what to say to them in general, you basically just screenshot your message screen, or you can input like the messages that she sent you or whatever, and it gives you a response to copy and paste, to literally copy and paste. And it claiming like this app just knows, the AI on this app is just super Rizzly and whatnot. So anyway, there's this dude, he responds to this girl's story, Annie, I guess. What did he say? I have a plan.
I have a plan.
What's that? Okay, first of all, I guess that works. Maybe that's not too bad. I'll give him out of 10. Like, I guess I'd give him like, I'm gonna have to say like 4. It's kind of cringe.
I mean, that's not a bad opener, but you're never gonna get a response. You're never gonna get a response from that.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
So
okay, maybe it's not terrible. I don't know. Whatever. I have a plan. So he inputs that. That's what he said, and then she said, "What's that?" So then, meeting you in person, date. Wait. Okay, the app told him to say that. Meeting you in person, date. So what do we think about the app's response?
I think that's terrible.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
have
horrible.
a plan. Meeting you in person, date.
Date? That sounds so robotic. Like, too. It still sounds like AI, like robot AI. I don't know.
And then what does she say to this?
So then, oh really?
Oh really?
Like, I don't know. I just still don't think she would have responded that way, but let's see what this does. Okay, so he inputs that. Well, are you up for the challenge of handling my charm in person?
Charm in person.
Like, that's awful. That's not Riz.
Hold on, but did he regenerate it? So which one did he take?
He's going to be multiple replies that it gives it to him to give.
Okay.
So the next one is, looks like my plan is a success. How about we turn into O on our date? I don't know about that. I don't know about any of these, to be honest.
Is that supposed to be like a sex thing, or
yeah,
what is
I
that?
wasn't sure about that either. I assumed it's not. So either way, weird either way, I think. But so he does that. Looks like my plan is a success. How about we turn into O on our date?
Or
like,
ooh?
Oh, like so. What is that? If we have innocent minds, like this is like, so instead of like her being like,
it's a kid show.
Like, so he said, oh, she said, oh, really? Oh, I don't know. This is so dumb.
It turns it into ooh, really?
Ooh. Okay. That's all. This line is still horrible. I don't. Yeah. Okay, if you are a female listening to our podcast right now, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
If you would be rizzed out or rizzed up by this. I don't know.
Or if you would be rizzed out. Let me know if you'd be rizzed out.
Are you rizzed up or are you rizzed out from this?
Yeah.
Rizzed in or out? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
are you rizzed up or rizzed down?
Yes, up or down. So then he's gonna double message. So like, let's take things off of this, and Okay, the app didn't tell you to say this, bud.
Yeah.
So you also have to have the app is also assuming you.
He says
It's like slide the pound sign.
and slide the hashtag, the number.
Hashtag. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So, but the app didn't tell him to say that, so I'm confused. Like, I can't fully rely on the Riz God app.
That's right.
I guess I still got to be like, I don't know. But is that a real number? Should we call that?
Yeah.
Hold on. He says awesome sauce. So this guy
He
clearly
says-
has no Riz.
He doesn't use the app. He responds ad hoc with awesome sauce to a phone number.
Should we call this number?
Yeah, I bet you it'll give you like a rejected.
It'll just go to like
Whatever.
Riz.
It'll probably
Riz,
give you the link to download the app. That's my hot take. I bet you that's what it does.
Yeah, probably. So anyway,
What's interesting out of it? I don't know if we've talked about this. As two single dudes, yeah, we should give dating advice, dude.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I will say Instagram stories are the best way to try and like slide into a DM. That's my opinion. It's like Instagram stories are the best way for that. Not like random texts, not like cold DMs, not Snapchat, like any of that.
That's facts.
Instagram stories.
That's facts. Which is a perfect segue into. So this is pretty crazy. So 2 nights ago, I watched this video of. I always bring them up Strawberry Park. They're always making good content these days, especially today. They're making really solid content, and they do a video about. They're kind of like reviewing or kind of reacting to this channel they've reacted to before. You've probably seen the videos. It's this guy who basically just like, he doesn't show his face, but he basically just breaks down like things going on in society, like talking about like the vision, how like technology is becoming so advanced and like whatever. In this particular video, he talks about like modern loneliness, or I didn't even mean to quote Love just now, but
I was gonna say love.
Modern loneliness, good song, but but he talks about how like there was a study done recently, and it showed that like 1 in 3 today, one in 3 men are like actually like in an intimate relationship. And that's like apparently whatever the statistics showed is like it's like lower than it's ever been basically, and it shows like how and it's specifically men. And then my brother-in-law sends a link from the I think the World Health or whoever it was, but it was like a legitimate thing, but it was a study done recently that showed the government put this out. So I don't think this is like conspiracy stuff. This is like legitimate. But it basically showed like there's basically doctors or surgeons. It was the general surgeon. Why he's making this claim? The general surgeon makes like this claim. I don't know how this works. Basically saying that there's an epidemic of loneliness right now in the U.S. Through all these studies that are being done, all these stats that are coming out, there's like crazy loneliness, which I mean that shouldn't surprise anybody, honestly. Like I think the more the technology advances and we go in this direction, that's probably going to be the case. But anyway, it was showing that there's like what Strawberry Park was talking about in this episode was there's like they were just giving their 2 cents like why they think like men are more lonely than they've ever been today. And they were like, yeah, it's because there's this like what social media has done with Instagram and how far that's gone. It's made this like imbalance between like, and I'm just talking about straight people right now. So like between men and women, it's talked about how like, so like girls today, a semi-attractive girl will have just her inbox DMs on Instagram are just filled up with dudes hitting her up. And so therefore she has that as like her,
basically like affirms that she's attractive.
Yes. So that's like affirming her. And so she, at any moment, she can literally reply to one of these dudes and have a date set up for her just like that. And so because of that, and that is our reality. So now men in real life are trying less and less and less for girls, like approaching them in person today, or like asking a girl out in person, asking for her number, whatever it might look like. Like that's happening less and less today in today's society. But basically, he was saying, Strawberry Park was just like, yeah, because like girls have all these DMs, therefore guys aren't trying, and therefore now guys are just like accepting things now, accepting that. Oh, I guess like I just can't get like even like attractive stand-up dudes like who have a good solid job, whatever. Even these guys are now even like giving up, which is in the past it's usually been like kind of like the outcasts or like the weird dudes, creepy dudes who kind of would give up on this stuff. But now it's seeping into like normal, solid, like just normal stand-up dudes. who are, it's now seeping into that point where these guys are now kind of, some of these guys are giving up on like any like success with a relationship, and and the reason they're like kind of giving up is not only because of this problem with like social media, but also because of stuff like the Vision Pro about to come out, all of these apps, like they gave examples like Twitch and OF and all this stuff that basically has given like people the option, like you can find like whatever you're looking for, you can find that in the virtual space. And anyway, it made sense to me. I was like, yeah, that is true. Like I don't know, like I don't ever, I mean, do you like approach girls much ever, like in person? Well, I just don't, because I don't know. I mean, I might sometimes, it just depends. I'm not saying I've given up. I haven't given up on love or anything like that, but
no, we haven't. We would never.
No, for sure. I'm not talking about me personally. This is just, I don't know.
That's more for like the loser kind of guys that give up. I
know I just said they were like stand-up dudes and like they're like cool, like normal guys like us, but like that's also just them. Like that's not me.
I noticed this with it's big with social media now too, where honestly, like you could probably statistically, it's probably proven that this generation with social media is like some of the most narcissistic people. This is probably the most narcissistic generation that has ever existed, because you have all these social media things where like take a random take like a, this is gonna sound objectifying, but let's say objectively there's a girl that's like a 6 out of 10. I'm not trying to make a statement here. Let's just say
we're all adults here.
If there's a girl who's like slightly above average but is nothing standout in terms of looks, purely in terms of looks, and she posts a bunch of stuff on her social media and she gets like, let's say amasses like 10,000 followers somewhere on some platform, she's naturally going to get people in the comments saying you're so beautiful, you're super attractive, all this stuff. That is inflating the self-worth of all these people, of this girl, to where she's going to have her standards set really high, because she's getting all this affirmation online. And so you're going to get all these people now that have these unrealistic standards for either themselves or other people. And so it's like, I mean, it's a joke, but there's a lot of podcasts now where they talk about like hoflation, which is kind of funny.
That's been big. Yeah.
That is a legitimate thing where it's people that have these like unrealistic expectations across the board, just everywhere, because of social media. And it's affecting like dudes that try and like talk to women either in public or wherever via social media, whatever. And you're getting these women that have higher expectations, and then in turn you get these guys that have higher expectations, because there's a lot of like, there's no commitment happening, there's a lot of rejection, people are getting affirmation from social media, so therefore they're not seeking it from like a committed relationship, or they're not seeking those things in like the traditional senses. So it's screwing up a bunch of stuff where like now dating is not really a thing. And that's why like we talk about this, but if you like say you're using a dating app, if you match with somebody, it's like match with someone and get off the apps. Like match with somebody, say, hey, do you want to meet up in person? If they're not down, don't sit on the app and go, so what did you get up to today? What are you like? Speaking to this app, the Riz app, don't try and Riz people up in DMs, because all it's going to do is it fulfills the dopamine hit of like the affirmation that you're attractive or that you're wanted. And then you get, what happens? You get ghosted probably a day or two, because people are like, oh, I already got my satisfaction from this. I don't need to like pursue this any farther, So
exactly. Yeah. I would say that's a good point. All that I would say to that also, I think what's going on is like a version of it. I mean, this is the wrong term, but information overload with like Instagram, like obviously with Instagram. I think this is more for maybe like, I guess the male side of things. I'm not, or maybe not. I don't know. But like for men, like you can, I think so like in this video, they make a point, like back in the day, like generations before us, people would date. And I think a lot of times, I mean, people who dated like, our grandparents, like they usually married like almost like the first person they dated. And because they only could see what was in front of them. They couldn't see like all these, like, I don't know, like say I was born way back then in like the 40s, 60s, whatever, I couldn't just get on the Instagram and go see like all these other girls out in like California or all over the freaking world, and I would never so like I'm just not thinking about that because I don't even, all I know is what I see in front of me. And so I think like back, and I think that's why people are getting married obviously less and less today, is because it's like I think we have we have too many options. Not that these are options necessarily, but same with like dating apps. It's like you have so many freaking options. It's like you have all these matches. You can swipe as much as you want all freaking day. Like you can see every girl in your area, literally every single girl. You can see every single person in your area practically on one of these apps.
Yeah,
and like,
you legitimately can.
And I think that I think it's both. I think guys now are like, oh well, there's so and so way out there. There's so and so there, and therefore they're not really committing. But and then like girls, it's like, well, I got this dude hitting me up in my DMs. I got this athlete in my DMs. I got like this and that. And it's like everybody has all these options, whatever you want to call that, and therefore it's like I think that's why less people are probably committing. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's also one of those where like. Even like I will go through apps and I'll see girls that are like obviously attractive, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna attempt because I already know there's so much activity. People have done these studies all the time too, where they create like a moderately attractive female like dating profile, and they just get swarmed with messages, and it's like that's not even worth it anymore to like attempt to even go on dating apps. It's like, unless you have your criteria so nailed down on both ends, like both like men and women, the odds of that happening are so low now. Yeah. Unless you have your standard set where you're like, I'm actually trying to use this to date. I'm not just using this for like a hookup. You got to have your criteria like really fine grained to where you're actually going to find somebody that there's mutual like understanding of what you're both looking for and you're both compatible in that. It's just, I feel like it's so rare now because it's just so saturated. So,
right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And now you got these AI apps that you can literally have an AI girlfriend. Actually, did you see that?
True. Yeah,
like literally
I did see
who
that.
talks to you, like, and Vision Pro is just going to make that worse.
Yeah, honestly. That's, we're rapidly approaching Black Mirror level.
Yeah.
Did you see dude, we should talk about this. Did you see the Darman video I sent you?
No, I actually didn't watch it. Frick.
All right, let's react to this. This is actually really good. This was quality. I went and watched the full video.
You are even hotter in real life. I thought you were gonna be some kind of catfish. Thank God you're not.
Do I know you?
It's me, Charlie.
I think you have the wrong house.
No, I don't. You're Clayton, right? I'm your girlfriend. In the VR world.
Virtual reality? I've never used a VR in my life. I mean, my dad does. Dad.
Oh my gosh. This is Darman?
Yeah, so the cut makes it so funny where it cuts off right at the end. So I watched the full thing. It's like a 20-minute video. It's actually unironically kind of good. And he basically, like, the summary of it is this girl is like in VR. She has all these friends and they all live like fairly close to her, but they basically have these VR like personalities. And they all kind of look the same. They look similar to themselves. I'm sure it's just like imagine like a Facetune version of yourself where it enhances you slightly. So they all look the same, but they look better in VR. And she's dating this dude, and they basically like throw parties. She has all this stuff in VR, and at some point she's like, "Hey, let's meet up in real life." And she goes to the dude's house, and it's his dad pretending to be his son in VR. Because his son is like a good looking kid. And so she shows up and it's actually that dude at the end. That's Ben.
Yeah, that's rough. Yeah. And the dad looks just how you would think he would imagine he would look.
That's right. So
but I don't know if he could have that hot of a son, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. But we're getting close to that where I mean, we're still far away from it, but
We're getting close to the point where our dads try to impersonate us in VR to talk to girls.
yeah, that's right.
Come on, Dad.
Freaking dad.
Freaking Dad at it again. Talking to my chicks. No, Dad, don't talk to my girls.
No, Dad, don't talk to my girls. I'm so sexy.
Yeah, and you're not. But I think you are.
Oh. Yeah, VR, dude. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy world.
I just want to say before this thought slips my mind, because it has slipped my mind every single episode, and I keep saying I need to bring it up. I'm finally going to do it, because I don't think we brought it up. Danny McBride, Caleb Presley, we called that. I just want to say.
We did.
We say? Did we
We
mention
might
this on the pod?
have.
I think
we did.
last time we didn't, and then I brought it up after, and I was like, yo, I forgot to talk about that again. Right?
Well, I think we did. It was
It
either
wasn't
an
in the
episode that we
episode.
didn't release or we cut it out or something. But we literally called that.
It would only have been in the last episode, because I would have included
we-
it if we had said it before that. And
Then
I don't think it's in the
we
last
did.
episode.
Yeah.
Or what is it? Or maybe it is. No, I think it is in the last episode.
I don't know.
We'll just say it again just in case. We were talking about what was it?
Yeah. Danny McBride.
I had just said randomly, like, past episode in like May, I said like, yo, like we were talking about Danny McBride and Eastbound and Down or whatever, and I was like, yo, he needs to go on Sunday Conversations with Caleb Presley, and literally in July they shot
Yeah.
Danny McBride on Sunday Conversations with Caleb Presley out of the blue, and Danny McBride wasn't there to promote anything because he was like taking a break from acting really and living in North Carolina. It was like the most random episode guest with a guest. I don't know. So anyway, I'll just say we called that. Aha.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
I called it
also-
technically, but I'll give credit to the TCP as a whole. Aha.
Yeah. That every time I see that Patrick Mahomes, Danny McBride clip,
Yeah, what
it
scene is that? I always
kills me.
forget.
It's
I remember you brought that up. But...
Patrick Mahomes. I'll find the clip.
I know. So we started off. They actually threw a nice party for us at the hotel. The Chainsmokers came through. DJ College came through. I had the Spoon Man from the Soundgarden videos coming to my shit.
No way.
Oh yeah, I'm talking 6 grills burning at all times. Tiki torches, 3 whole pigs, loads of macaroni and cheeses, baked potatoes, collard greens, a horse, Puerto Rican chicks. I mean, you can't beat that, man. That's every genre of music you need right there.
It is
I remember this.
the
yeah,
most seamless. We probably can't put that in there, but it's like the most seamless blend of their voices. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I'll see that on social media like every few weeks, especially because football season's back, and it kills me every time.
It's so good, dude. Yeah, and you said you watched the show after watching that clip, or a
Yeah.
little bit of it.
Yeah.
How much did you watch of it?
I literally looked up that episode.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I started watching. I think I was listening back to that episode. You brought that clip up on a past episode, and I started watching Eastbound and Down the last few weeks.
Yeah.
It's so funny. You should watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's literally that the entire show.
whole
It's
time.
just,
Yeah.
just him doing that crap. It's so
We did
good.
talk about this. I remember this
Yeah,
now. Now
we
that we're
did,
talking about
yeah.
it,
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
pause
yeah,
for 2 seconds. I'm literally about
well,
to piss my pants. Hang on.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably wrap up here in a bit, but yeah, go ahead.
All in the news right now. We might as well. The scientist once told us that we should react to trending things in the news.
So like Taylor Swift and
That's
Kelsey.
right,
Yeah,
Travis
I
Kelce.
called it.
It's-
Aha.
You did. That's exactly right. So everybody's talking about.
Dude, did you see the? Oh, dude, there's so much here. I mean, not
There's a
really.
lot here. There's a lot
Sort
here.
of, but we're wrapping up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? Go ahead.
The funny thing I was going to mention on this is the trend going around right now on social media.
Yes, and we might
of-
be bringing up the same thing here in a second, but go ahead.
Yeah, I think we are. It's girlfriends or wives filming their husbands going. I just think it's so crazy how Taylor Swift has put this like Travis Kelce guy like on the map. Like she's like kickstarting his career kind of a thing. And every dude like loses it because Travis Kelce's a 2-time Super Bowl winner. He's like one of the best tight ends of all time. And so all of them are like filming this and it's like the funniest trend ever. So
Yep. So
that's
So that worked. That came in. I've seen a few of these videos. Yeah, they're great. It's a good challenge. And so anyway, I don't know if you saw this because it literally just came out. I think a few hours ago. Almost Friday TV did something about this.
No way.
It's just a short little clip, but they did it like POV on Instagram.
Okay.
Here, I gotta share it obviously. So here you go.
Yeah.
I already got to pull it up.
Isn't it crazy how Taylor Swift put Travis Kelce on the map?
What?
Like, Taylor Swift literally made Travis Kelce famous.
I don't know.
Like, you know how they're, like, together or whatever, they have a thing?
I just want to watch the movie.
I know, but did you see that she was at his game and everyone was, like, photographing her at the game?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's insane for his career. Like, she's literally putting him on the map.
I really want to watch the movie. It's been a long day at work.
I know, but do you not agree that, like, nobody would have cared about him if it weren't for her and, like, what? Do you agree or disagree that she literally put him on the map?
Oh, shut the f*** up.
What?
Oh, shut the f*** up. I've been working 16-hour shifts all week. I come home, I want to spend time with you, so I put on a movie so I can relax and watch it and just... I don't give a f***. I don't f***ing care, okay? Like, it's just, it's constant bull. Like, I don't give a f***. I'm trying to relax. I work very hard. I'm tired. I'm literally tired. I'm tired.
That was solid.
Dude, their stuff. I don't know. Yeah, we haven't really talked about Almost Friday TV, but
Not on here. We
dude,
haven't.
they have like they're basically producing the content that Barstool thinks they're doing.
Yes.
That honestly, like they are straight up producing the content that Barstool thinks that
They could
producing
honestly,
right now.
with the way they're going with stuff. I'm not saying this would happen, but like they seem like they could put like legitimately replace Barstool. Like Friday Beers would be the next Barstool. Like not in the same way, but like they have that whatever they're doing over there, they have that kind of vibe that could do that. Whatever. Yeah. I don't know.
Which is so funny because the only reason I found out about Friday Beers was the Cody Code Jared Goff stuff from forever ago.
Well, no, you knew their account before that because they were
I knew
first
that their
doing the meme stuff.
Yeah, but it was always one that I never really paid attention to.
Right.
And then when I heard it on Cody, I was like, oh, they're taking investment from like celebrities. That's weird.
And I think those investments are what made their new sketches with Almost Friday TV. Well, went from Friday Beers now making Almost Friday TV. That channel I think came out of those investments because it's if you look at these videos, they're like cinematic, like high quality video, like impressively well done.
I also remember just seeing that when I first found out that they were like taking investors, and I was like, why would somebody invest in Friday Beers? That seems
I didn't
so
understand
weird.
that
It's
either.
like a meme page, and then now I'm like, oh shoot,
They must have
probably...
pitched it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. Knowing Cody, especially like Cody investing into something like that, they had to have pitched all the stuff with Friday TV. I bet you they showed them like preliminary skits of Almost Friday TV, and they're like, this is what we're going to produce, because it makes total sense why Cody would invest in something like that.
Yeah, and now he's in a video.
Yeah,
I wonder if Jake or whatever Goss will end up in an episode video.
Yeah, Jared
Goss, but he's not an actor, but or an actor. So.
Yeah, he's actor. Yeah,
he's
maybe
no Matthew Blade.
Will show up. Oh. Maybe Matthew Blade will roll in there.
We just said Matthew Blade at the same time. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yo, I just want to say shout out to Matthew Blade, our episode 17 a guest. Shout out to him. I don't know if me and Josh mentioned it. I don't think we did. Oh, we didn't, because last time we recorded was before we saw each other in Jersey and the band Camino. Me and Josh, when we were in Jersey at the scientist's house, we watched The Walk featuring Matthew Blade, our boy. And just want to say shout out to our boy Matt. Shout out to our boy Blade. Like your first scene, you show up and you getting some that from Katie.
You like making out with like the main chick and stuff. It's kind of crazy.
Like, that was kind of chill. I don't know. What's her name? Katie, isn't it? What's Katie Douglas, right? Because she's the
Katie
same
Douglas,
name as Katie Douglas that we know.
Yeah.
So yeah, like honestly, like mad props to you, Blade, for that. That was mad tight.
Yeah. We just also want to call out that the scientist did fall asleep before the movie even started, so that's a reflection of his character. Yeah, so
his character, yeah, and his character that he plays.
Yeah,
which is the scientist.
Speaking of the Band Camino, so we saw the Band Camino in Philly at the Met. I will be doubling up and seeing the Band Camino on Monday here in Denver. So.
No way.
Would just like to say that I'm a bigger fan than you are.
Okay, and I want to say that is sick. Also, want to make sure we mention it has now not even been but 24 hours, almost 24 hours since A Beautiful Blur by Lainey has dropped, which is incredible.
Yes.
I mean, the last time an album dropped from them was 2021 around the same time of year, and I remember very specifically when it dropped, and I was like a huge fan. And like, I don't know, it's just like, it's kind of sick.
Yeah. We both listened to it last night because we're big fans.
Sad boys, I guess.
So,
you'd say.
sad boys.
Some people might say.
Yeah, I stayed up late to cry while I listened to it.
Yes.
So.
We were actually texting crying emojis all night to each other while we listened to it.
Yeah. So Lainey, new album, and then also on the music scene, we'll just kind of wrap on this. Nightly, their tour is announced. You sent me this. Knox is opening for them, which is incredible. I think that's going to be awesome.
You don't even know. I thought you knew more Knox songs than you let off to. So
I honestly don't. The
Just
1975. Yeah. But the bad news is once you sent me that, I went and looked up their tour dates. And the date that they are going to be in Denver playing, I will be out of town.
Where will you be?
Which blows. I will be up in the mountains at a church retreat. So
I thought you were going to say an OC.
Nah.
However, Josh and I just saw each other like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I guess, whatever it was. Now we will again see each other in Ocean City, New Jersey. We won't tell you the date because you don't. Well, actually, no, it's okay. You can try to stalk us in Ocean City if you want.
Yeah.
I won't give you the Addy. But we'll be in Ocean City, New Jersey, October 13th or whatever, with the boys and the girls and the crew. So we'll be seeing a lot of each other.
We will be with the Roman Empire.
Correct, the Roman Empire. Just and no Bard Prentice.
And no Bard Prentice, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, looking forward to that and shiz. So
maybe we'll mess around. Maybe we'll F around and film in person, kind of a thing.
Honestly, yeah, we probably should.
Yeah.
I'm
Run
trying
it back. Bard's wedding episode kind of vibe.
Yeah, except like if we do it with everybody, just we can't do that.
Maybe we'll film a late night episode on the beach or some shiz.
Oh, with our big ring light, I guess.
With a big ring light.
And like all the wind just nailing the microphone.
Yeah, it's like the whole time. It's like, welcome back to the.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna bounce because I'm gonna go watch Real Bros of Simi Valley. The rest of season 3 with the fam.
Actually,
because some of them haven't. Yeah, like Christian and his wife haven't seen it. They've seen like clips I've shown them over the years, but like they wanted to watch the whole thing. So that's
chill. No, that's chill. Yeah, that's chill for sure. Yeah. Maybe have her subscribe to the channel before you guys watch any episodes. Maybe.
Yeah, that's a good deal. I'll let her know that. Okay.
Yeah, you should.
Well,
Sweet.
Thank you for everybody for tuning into episode number 19 of the Town Car Podcast. Almost to 20. Let's go. Aha.
Yeah, go follow us on Instagram as usual. We got a new logo for you kind of out there. So
rebrand. Let us know what you think about the rebrand too. So
yeah.
Kind
of fits our style a little more. It fits purple light. Looks way more aesthetic on our Instagram. So go check it out.
Really does. I'm kind of proud of it. Yeah. So
it does.
Yeah. It like really goes with like the reels of like the lighting and everything. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So go check out the profile. Like, don't even check out the content. Just look at our profile.
Yeah.
And just look at the aesthetic of it. Enjoy that and stare at your screen for just a few minutes. It'll brighten
let
your
that
day
bless you. All right. Let that bless you.
Let us bless you.
let us bless you.
Be blessed. Aha.
Yeah.
Blessings on blessings on blessings.
Yeah. And other shiz.
Yeah. And whatever. Yeah. That shiz. All right. Well, see you hopefully next week.
Episode 20. We'll see you guys in a week.
Peace.